Alright guys, what continent have we been talking about this week? Antarctica, very good. Now is Antarctica on the top of the world or is it at the bottom? Bottom, very good, right near the South Pole. The people in Antarctica, we were talking about this earlier, the different things that they do there, do they eat different foods than we do?
No.
No, not really. Are their cultures any different than ours?
No.
Some of them might be the same as ours, or they may be different. What about, what is it made out of? Who remembers that?
Snow and ice.
Snow and ice, very good. We are going to be doing 2 science experiments today with ice, and we're going to be using 2 things. We're going to be using ice, and we're going to be using salt, and we're going to figure out what happens when we put the 2 together, okay? So, I am going to get my ice cubes out, and I'm going to get my tray, and we're going to pick out a couple of ice cubes, and we're going to stick them right here on the tray, and I'm going to call on a couple of friends, and I'm going to give my friends some salt. Alright, and when I call your name and I give you the salt, you're going to come up here, you're going to pick one of the ice cubes out, and you're going to dump the salt on the ice cubes, and we're going to see what happens to them, okay? So Summer, come over here. I'm going to give you a little bit of salt. Yeah. Alright. Go ahead, pick out an ice cube. Whatever ice cube you want, that's fine. Go ahead and pour the salt onto the ice cube. All over it. Alright, good job. Sit down. Cameron, come over here. Hold out your hand and stand up. Alright. Pick out a nice cube, pour your salt on. Good. Good. And Tyler, come over here and stand up. Hold out your hand really big. Alright, right here. Yep. Good job. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our salt and ice on the ground, and in a couple minutes we're going to come back and we're going to find out what happens when we put salt on top of ice. And I'm going to have all of my friends come up here, and we're going to vote, and we're going to see what happens when we put salt on top of ice. So, you will get the choice to vote if you think that the salt will melt the ice, or if the salt will not melt the ice. So I'm going to call on Lila first. Lila, come up here. And I want you to write your name, either if you think it's going to melt the ice, or if it will not melt the ice, okay? So you get to pick which one. Go ahead and write your name, baby. You guys did a really good job writing your names and voting for what you thought was going to happen to the ice. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to count and see how many of our friends voted and see who thought that the salt was going to either melt the ice or if the salt did not melt the ice. So I want you guys to count with me. Ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Very good. Now how do we write the number 7?
1 over, down.
Very good. So a line over and a line down. Now we're going to count and see how many of our friends thought that this salt was not going to melt the ice. Ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Very good. Alright guys, we're going to pick up our tray and we're going to see what happened with our salt and our ice. I'm going to show you guys what happened to our ice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you guys see? Alright. What is all over my tray? What did you guys see? Water. Why do you think there's water all over my tray when I only had ice cubes and salt on here?
It's because the ice.
Because it melted. Why did my ice cubes melt?
Because you put salt on it.
Because I put salt on it. What else do you think made the ice melt? What's with the air? Is it really cold in here?
No.
No, it's kind of warm in here, so that also helped melt our ice cubes. What happened with our ice cubes is when we put the salt on it, the salt helped melt the ice cubes. So you can kind of see over here that the ice cube looks kind of weird. There's a little hole over here where the salt was. You guys kind of see that?
Yeah, I can.
You can?
Oh, cool.
It is cool, isn't it? So how many of you guys have seen it snow before? That was an easy question. How many of you have been in a car with mom or dad or a friend and it was snowing outside? It was really tricky to drive.
Me.
Alright. What do those snow trucks do when it's snowing outside? What do they do?
Push it.
They
Push it.
plow it. They plow the snow to the side of the road. Right. They plow it to the side of the road.
And then put salt on the road.
They put salt on it. Very good, Summer. So they plow all the snow to the side of the road first, and then they put all the salt on the ice that's on the road. And what does salt do to ice again?
Melt.
It helps melt it so that way it turns into water, and that way we can drive on the road.